It looks like the Davante Adams and Ravens saga just took a new turn. Fresh news just came out about a possible deal involving the star player, and this could change what we were expecting. Everyone got excited about Adams coming to Baltimore, but could this new info mean the chances have increased? Stick with me until the end, because I'm going to break down everything that was revealed and what it means for our team. Go Ravens! In recent days, many people got hyped thinking Davante Adams might be the Ravens' next big signing. It all started when he posted something cryptic on social media, mentioning Edgar Allan Poe, Baltimore's famous writer. That got everyone wondering, is he coming here? It makes sense since Lamar Jackson needs more top-tier players to throw to, and the team's been lacking in the passing game. You can't blame anyone for dreaming big when thinking about Adams joining the Ravens. But before we get too carried away, it's important to remember that this all started from a simple post. Sure, the hype was real. Adams is one of the best receivers in the NFL and would be a perfect fit for the Ravens. With Zay Flowers being the only standout receiver right now, adding Adams could be the missing piece to elevate the team. However, things are never that simple, and that's where the latest news comes in. As much as we all got excited, it looks like the chances of Adams coming to the Ravens aren't that high. That's because NFL insider Josina Anderson revealed that there's nothing happening between the Ravens and Raiders at the moment. This dampens the expectations a bit, but there's more to discuss about this potential trade, and I'll explain what Josina said next. So, about those trade rumors, Josina Anderson, one of the most respected NFL journalists, made it clear. She said there's nothing going on between the Ravens and the Las Vegas Raiders regarding Davante Adams. Her sources confirmed this, and she had already checked earlier with no sign of any movement. In other words, even though we were excited about the idea, it seems like it's not on the table right now. It's only natural that fans were hopeful, especially since Adams requested a trade. This led to many teams, including the Ravens, being mentioned as possible landing spots for him. But according to what Josina shared, there's no real conversation happening between the two teams. So, for now, the chances of seeing Adams in a Ravens jersey are pretty slim, leaving many of us disappointed. Still, even with this news, it's worth thinking about the impact he'd have if, by any chance, this trade happened in the future. After all, Adams is a game-changing player who could transform the Ravens' offense and give Lamar Jackson a powerful weapon. Let's dive into what could happen if he actually joined the team. Now, just imagine how incredible it would be to have Davante Adams in our offense. He's not just any player. He's one of the best receivers in the league. If he came here, Lamar Jackson would have a reliable target, someone who could make a huge difference in key moments. Zay Flowers has shown potential, but we're still missing that guy who can carry the passing game on his shoulders, and Adams would be perfect for that role. With him on the team, our offense would be a lot more dangerous and complete. And let's not forget that the Ravens tried to address this issue by signing Odell Beckham Jr., but Beckham is already at the tail end of his career, so he hasn't been able to be the game-changer we hoped for. Adams, on the other hand, is still in his prime, and he's exactly the kind of player who could take the Ravens to the next level. It would be amazing to see that connection between him and Lamar, don't you think? Even though the trade isn't happening right now, the fact remains that the Ravens need to find a solution for the lack of firepower in the offense. It was clear, especially last season, that the team struggled to keep up with top opponents because they didn't have enough weapons. And that brings us to the next point. Will the team make any moves to fix this problem? Last year's AFC Championship showed us how much the Ravens needed more weapons on offense. The defense held strong, but we were missing that extra firepower in the passing game, which could have made all the difference. Even with Lamar Jackson being one of the best QBs in the league, the team couldn't get past tougher opponents because there wasn't a top-tier receiver to help out. And even after the season ended, the moves made by the front office weren't enough to solve this problem. Signing Beckham was an attempt, and Zay Flowers has brought some fresh energy, but the team needs more. The truth is, without a true star receiver, the Ravens are still too dependent on Lamar's running game and short passes. This limits the offense and makes it easier for opponents to defend against us. Having someone like Adams would change everything, but for now, it looks like the team will have to find other solutions. Still, there's a chance things could change in the future. The trade deadline hasn't passed yet, and the Las Vegas Raiders might reconsider their options for Adams. We could still be in for a surprise, as Adams has shown dissatisfaction with his current team, and the situation could shift before the trade deadline expires. Even though Jocelyn Anderson said nothing is happening now, that doesn't mean the story is over. The Las Vegas Raiders have until November 5th to make a decision about Davante Adams, and his frustration with the team could end up changing things. If the Raiders decide it's time to move on without him, other teams, including the Ravens, might jump into the mix. So, while there's no active talk at the moment, everything could change by that deadline. The fact that Adams is under contract until 2026 gives the Raiders some breathing room, as they're not in a rush to make a move. But the truth is, when a player like Adams asks to be traded, the pressure to make something happen starts to build. So, the Ravens still have time to make a move if they want to strengthen the offense for the upcoming seasons. Now, all we can do is wait and see how this situation plays out. For now, it's all about watching closely to see if the Ravens will make a move that could help take the team to the next level. Let's see what the future holds for Davante Adams and the Ravens. From the fan perspective, the possibility of Davante Adams joining the Ravens has stirred a whirlwind of emotions. The excitement of landing a superstar like Adams reflects the hopes of many fans who yearn for a stronger offensive lineup. For supporters, Adams represents more than just talent. He embodies a chance for the team to compete at the highest level. With the right pieces in place, the Ravens could transform into a formidable contender. However, there's also a sense of realism among fans. Many understand that while the allure of big-name players is appealing, the reality of roster dynamics and salary caps can complicate matters. Fans have seen the team invest in various players in the past, only to have those moves not pan out as expected. This creates a cautious optimism, as supporters want to see tangible improvements but also recognize the complexities of the NFL landscape. Ultimately, whether or not Adams becomes a Raven, the discussions and rumors serve to energize the fan base. It keeps everyone engaged and hopeful for the future. As the season progresses, the focus will remain on how the Ravens can elevate their game and the potential impact of any new additions. With every rumor and piece of news, the connection between the team and its supporters only grows stronger. Now that you're up to speed on the potential trade for Davante Adams, what does this mean for the Ravens? With Jocelyn Anderson reporting that there are currently no talks between the Ravens and the Raiders, it raises some questions. Should the team still consider going after Adams or focus on developing their current players? Your opinion is important, so let me know what you think in the comments below. Let's keep an eye on this situation as it develops.